So I needed a Katie break tonight. So instead, we're going to break down Critical K's video, Where Have All the Cowboys Gone?
I mean, like literally within days. Oops. Now, this is from Mike directly to Kelly. The time is coming, and it's coming soon, very soon. I may lead this revolution, but you already know that. Smiley, winky face. Kelly responds, You can't fight the future. I'm more into enjoying the present of late. He says, And that's your gift. I appreciate that. I'll deal with the future, and I'll die in the process. We both know it. My time is short, but my mission is important.
Now, what if Michael's texts were not read in a way to make him sound like the villain? I would like to clarify a few things with them. You're welcome to be present and listen, but I would ask that you reserve your opinion of me in front of the kids. You haven't done a very good job of that in the past, and I am well aware of it. I can prove it beyond a shadow of a doubt, actually. So that said, let's move forward. I accomplished my goal and graduated from 3 of my master classes, and the next classes are beyond belief. You already know what's up. But you're scared. That's yours to deal with. I'm happy to help you, though, but it isn't my responsibility to fix it for you anymore. That's on you.
Thanks for answering my call. Super grown up of you not to respond as well. Stop the behavior, or I'm going to my lawyer tomorrow morning and I will unleash a firestorm on you. Do not test me unless you are totally prepared. Gotta have this on when he gets real crazy. Do not test me unless you are totally prepared. It would be very foolish considering all of your Mexican mishaps of late. Mexican mishaps? You know it, I know it, your choice. And if you pull any guilt BS with the kids, I'm calling everyone and I will send everyone your way. The PIs I have employed for some time have plenty of ammo now for your silly little games. You think I haven't prepared for this moment? You are the fool if you think otherwise. Have you forgotten the many gifts I've constantly displayed over the course of my life? I will bring them all to this table. You are causing problems with the relationship between me and my children. It is not okay. I can prove it. And you will feel like the smallest speck of dust by the time I'm finished with you in front of the judge. I have lost all fear, and I pretty much own this town now, so you'd be coming into my home court. I'd quit your games now, or I'm sending your parents to you with all the truth. Cooperate now, or I'm finished talking. This won't be pretty for you, I promise. I'm done with your craziness. Get help or get out of the way. I have work to do, and your childish brat-like behavior has been tolerated for too long. I'm done with it. Now's a good time to make a very good choice. Choose wisely, you silly fox.
I noticed that these are text messages from an iPhone or an Apple product, and you can delete messages in between messages without it ever showing in any future thread or anything for that text. So I can't help but to wonder how many of Kelly's texts she erased in between all of these. That being said, thanks for answering my call. Super grown up of you not to respond as well. Stop the behavior, or I'm going to the lawyer tomorrow morning and I will unleash a firestorm on you. Do not test me unless you are totally prepared. It would be very foolish considering all of your Mexican mishaps of late. You know it, I know it, your choice. And if you pull any guilt bullshit with the kids, I'm calling everyone and I will send them your way. The PIs I have employed for some time have plenty of ammo now for your silly little games. You think I haven't prepared for this moment? You are a fool if you think otherwise. Have you forgotten the many gifts I've constantly displayed over the course of my life? I will bring them all to the table. You are causing problems with the relationship between me and my children. That's not okay. I can prove it, and you will feel like the smallest speck of dust by the time I'm finished with you in front of the judge. I have lost all fear, and I pretty much own this town now, so you'd be coming into my home court. I'd quit your games now, or I'm sending your parents to you with all the truth. Cooperate now, or I'm finished talking. This won't be pretty for you. I promise. I'm done with your craziness. Get help or get out of the way. I have work to do, and your childish brat-like behavior has been tolerated for too long. I'm done with. Now is a good time to make a very good choice. Choose wisely, you silly fox.
That's a tyrant. And as I was reading it, I was thinking, did Shanann talk to Chris that way? Did Shanann say those types of things to Chris? I mean, there have been people who have theorized that the night where it all went wrong began with possibly comments like that.
Are you kidding me? So what if Shanann did make comments like that to Chris? Does that mean that he had a right to kill her, or he was justified in doing so? And what about their children? Because right after he murdered his wife, he killed his kids. Were the kids also making comments like that to the father? I mean, come on. I mean, how much of an asshole do you have to be here?
Good cowboys know when they need to sit up straight in the saddle, take a hard look at themselves, and make the changes necessary to redeem themselves and avert tragedy to bring about a happy ending.
What is she talking about? No, they don't. Well, maybe some do, but we aren't characters in a Western. We're real people. We're fallible. We don't just sit up straight, take a good hard look at ourselves and just start working towards a happy ending. I mean, people just don't always do that. This life doesn't always go that way. What is she talking about?
Good fathers are, by definition, the heroes in our society, considering how few and far between they seem to be, and how persistently Hollywood glamorizes weak, ineffectual, and overgrown boys. What would Rooster Cogburn do with Veruca Salt? We all remember Veruca's dad. Yes, Veruca, whatever you want, Veruca. You can stomp and kick and demand your way, and get it, Veruca. Would Rooster Cogburn whip out a camera and film her tantrum and then use it to garner public donations, victim status, and encourage her to alienate from her own mother? I think not. He would have thrown her over the saddle of his horse, albeit in an undignified manner, and taught her to respect her mother and grandmother, because that's what cowboys do. They respect their mothers and grandmothers.
Well, I think the answer there all depends on context. Because, like, if Veruca Salt was just throwing a temper tantrum, well, then yeah, she's got a point. But if Veruca Salt went to her father and said that she was abused, I'm willing to bet that Rooster Cogburn would have killed the man. I mean, if Maddie Ross had told Rooster Cogburn that Cheney had taken liberties with her, he would have killed the dude, okay?
John Wayne said, quote, "A man's got to have a code, a creed to live by." And I am reminded of Gene Autry's Cowboy Code, which states the following ethics of a real man. Number 1, the cowboy must never shoot first, hit a smaller man, or take unfair advantage. Number 2, he must never go back on his word or a trust confided in him.
I'm pretty sure John Wayne cheated on several of his wives.
Number 3, he must always tell the truth.
Again, I reference his infidelity.
Number 4, he must be gentle with children, the elderly, and animals.
So, does being gentle with children include picking them up and throwing them over your horse to ride off to punish them? Because being gentle with children, to me, would mean listening to them and believing them.
Number 5, he must not advocate or possess racially or religiously intolerant ideas.
Seriously, how does she forget that John Wayne was a racist, was a white supremacist, and a homophobe?
And the story he has created is how public and brutally exploitative it has been, and how it highlights the inhumane way in which we, the public, respond to these cases. So many who have had their eyes and mouths on this case have seemingly had no regard for the distress being caused the children in this case. But hey, as long as you get your daily dose of tragedy voyeurism, let's all glare and gossip and spread lies about a fractured family.
Are you kidding me right now? I can't tell the difference. Can you?
Josh Spencer, I want to let you jump in here because you've been waiting. So did you have something you wanted to add?
I'm just confused about the number of 911 calls there were, because one person in chat said there's 9, some people said there's 4.
Okay, who's got background noise? Please mute. Who's got the weird? All right. Maybe it was you, Josh. Do you have some sort of it sounds like you have space music in the background. Okay, Josh, I don't mean to be rude to you, but why do you care about the 911 call? I don't mean to be rude,
I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just trying to get
but I'm
like
wondering what's it to you? What's it to you? You realize, don't you, that 911 is called every single day by fighting couples. It's become a pattern across this entire country where couples fight and they attempt to use the police to intervene in their fight. You know people do this, right?
Yeah, I was just curious about why.
That clip kills me. Why? What do you care? What are you asking for? Who cares how many 911 calls there were? Dude, just answer his question. Just tell him how many calls there were. But I don't think she wants to, because she knows that if she does, then it's really going to hurt her argument. And, I mean, if your argument can't withstand the truth, then maybe you picked the wrong argument.
From her. What's in it for you?
Nothing's in for me. I'm
What's in it
I'm
for you?
believing
Why
a girl.
are you doing it? Then why are
Okay, you ready? You ready why I'm doing it? You ready? Are you ready to hear it? Then shut your mouth. Listen.
Oh, another one telling me to shut your mouth. You're not going to last long on this channel if you behave like Swill.
Well, what was he supposed to do? You wouldn't shut your mouth. And not for nothing. I bet if the Duke was on there and you didn't shut your mouth, the Duke would tell you to shut your mouth.
Don't know.
Okay, you're going after a man you don't know. You're going after a child you don't know.
The funny thing is, Josh, you would be terrified of Jake. If you ever ran into him out in public,
oh, I'm sure I would.
You would slink the other way from him.
Well, you know what? Maybe.
Did she just threaten to have Jake beat up the Dad Challenge podcast?
I mean, it's been a long string of men. Do you think Sophie's just that special that every man on the planet wants to essay her?
You're
as Mike
disgusting. Oh my! How do you live with yourself?
Disgusting, but that's how Mike presents her.
Okay.
She's just a magnet for all these horrible men who want to essay her.
What the fuck?
Chime in on
Where
Friday.
did you get those investigative details from? Where are you getting this information that the same kid hasn't been concluded?
From Michael.
From Mike. Oh, okay. But it hasn't occurred to you that he might be lying.
Well, I have proof. Do you want to see it or no?
What's your proof?
Again, do you want to see it or no?
No, I want you to tell me what your proof
No,
is.
I will show it to you right here if you let me show it to you.
No, I want
Why
you to
not?
tell
What are
me
you scared of, Kay? What are you scared of?
I don't want anything on my channel.
Oh my God. Come on. What do you think I'm going to show?
I have no idea what you're going to show.
I'm going to show you proof. That's what you're scared of.
Proof? The only proof you could show me is a Frisco Police Department detective saying it hasn't been concluded.
No, that's not my proof.
All right, then I don't care.
Oh, okay. That makes sense then. You don't care.
Well, then you're full of crap. What's your proof? Why can't you tell me what your proof is?
Why don't you just let me show it?
I don't want you to show me anything. Why don't you tell me what your proof is?
Hypocritical Kay fans, would you like me to show the proof? Why don't you tell her that you want me to show the proof? Again, when you decided to not show the 911 or tell everybody the 911 calls make no sense in this case whatsoever, did you see the wave of people that were like...
Of course she's afraid of you showing any kind of proof, because then she's going to have to face facts that she just picked the wrong argument here, and she's wrong.
Realized personifications of the quintessential masculine hero. A gritty, low-talking cowboy, a marshal hell-bent on protecting his sons who find themselves sideways of the law, and a courageous Union Army colonel who sets out to bomb a Confederate railroad. Wayne embodied the flawed man facing a constant struggle to be a better man and find absolution in the journey. John Wayne did what was right and didn't make apologies, and he didn't care if he hurt your feelings. When you were wrong, he knocked you down, and he kept you down until you showed repentance. He was the very personification of masculinity. Strong, courageous, independent, assertive, often breaking with convention, but standing a head taller than the overgrown boys. The men you are aligning yourself with are not real men. They are overgrown boys lashing out at anyone in their path who doesn't agree with them. By definition, the heroes in our society, considering how few and far between they seem to be, and how persistently Hollywood glamorizes weak, ineffectual, and overgrown boys.
Is it just me, or do the men on her panel seem to be kind of the weak and the meager and the ineffectual men that she's speaking of? Because she had a stronger, more assertive man in her chat.
Which is
so let's not wade into the weeds. Let's not wade into the weeds. You're telling your audience. You're telling your audience right now, okay? That's a 911 call.
I have to mute you because I want to finish my thought. Dad Podcast. This is my show, and I have the right to finish my thought. You all want to make this.
And she had to put him in mute just to argue back. She couldn't handle it. It seems to me that she says she doesn't want the weak and the ineffectual men, but yet it seems to me that she can't handle any other kind.